morning. Happy Friday. So I am totally getting my mind off of work this morning. Work is creeping in on my Fridays, y'all. Ugh, driving me nuts. But I'm gonna go out to the garden, get my mind off of it, and get my garbanzo beans planted. I got a bunch of 2 liters sitting on the counter behind me, so I'm going to get those prepped and take them out there and see if I can't get an early start on my cucumbers and zucchini. So I just need to grab my seeds. I might already have my garbanzo beans out there waiting for me. But that's what I'm doing today. I hope you guys are having a better Friday than I am. It is soaking wet out there. We got a lot of rain last night. So Todd asked me before he left, did I have my waders if I was going out to the garden? It's not that bad, but drinking my coffee, going out to the garden, but I gotta be back in before, it's 8:30, I gotta be back in before 11 for a meeting. So, as you can see, I'm dealing with a lot of water. And, man, I brought in a ton of wood chips last year hoping it would work, and it just didn't. And you guys, I can't find my garbanzo bean seeds. I have no idea where they are. I'm sure I put them somewhere, but I can't find them. But I have a lot of other things that I can still plant. So this is my greens bed. You can see the little greens coming up. Turnips here, radishes all down. I'm gonna plant cucumbers here at the end of the bed and we'll see how they do. It's really not, my lows these days are like, so first off, I'm sure you guys can't, I have to have you far away because it's all like standing water in here. Wisconsin cucumber, pickling cucumber. Okay, one of the next things I want to do is these artichokes that I started in this bed. I think I've decided where I'm going to move them to their permanent home and actually see if I can't overwinter them. I watched Luke's artichoke growing guide. It was from a long time ago. I think it was up at their cottage property. I understand I've got to be able to have a place where they can stay, and they need lots of nitrogen, and I need to be able to protect them in the winter to see if I can't get them to grow. I think I'm not to expect any kind of harvest this year. That it's not until year 2 when you might get something. So we're gonna pull these up. I wanna show you guys though, you can see, I think I showed you last week how small the seedlings are. Oh, there's a 4th one coming up now, great. I'm not complaining, it's just I'm gonna have a lot of artichokes if these all work. But it's crazy how deep these roots are as baby plants. Wait till I show you. It's amazing. So they come up pretty easy, but this, you guys see that? How long that, and look how tiny he's just small. So I'm gonna transplant all of these and get them in the other garden space. Look at that, big. Okay, let's head over to the garden space that I'm gonna transplant these in. I'm gonna run to the chicken coop real quick and grab a couple bucketfuls of compost that I can fill these, I don't know if you'd call it hugelkultur because there's no big sticks in it, but it's a big mound that we made with straw and barn clean out. So more like just a superiorly deep root stout garden bed. Okay, we got 2 almost full 5-gallon buckets. Whew, that was a long walk with that. It's not finished completely. What I did was I just pulled back the recent barn clean out and chicken coop clean out and harvested what was underneath it. So you're gonna see, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, pieces of unfinished compost in it. But my thought is I'll fill these with soil and make like little in-ground potting spots. And then the roots can just grow down through the rest of it. How well it's working out. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 done so far. But I want to show you guys what I'm doing. I think this is a really cool, it's going to be, sorry. I think this is going to be a really, really cool experiment. So I'm digging a hole down deep in the barn clean out, almost to bare soil. So I'm making like a, kind of like a coconut core pot or something like that. And I fill this with my compost, unfinished compost stuff, and then I'm planting in there. And my thought process is that as the barn clean out breaks down, it'll continue to feed the artichokes. So I think I just came up with something. I don't know. Have you guys seen anybody do this before? Go get my other bucket. I don't know. I think I might be onto something. Need to write a book. Natural pots or something like that. Then I make a little hole. Make sure it's firm to the sides. Grab one of my nice healthy artichoke seedlings, and then I fill around them. I'm doing this backwards so you guys can see how well my left hand does. I'm interested to know what you guys think, if you think it's going to work. Come on, let me show you. Now these all done. I think it's cool. What a neat idea. If it's going to work, we'll see.
Hey friends, home from work. It is Friday still, and Rachel's gone. Rachel and Abigail are both gone. Abigail had a dance competition this weekend. I think she dances Friday and Sunday, if I remember right. So they took off right around the time I got home from work and headed north, farther north in Michigan than where we live. About an hour and a half north, I think. At the homestead alone for the evening. And I really thought about spending some time relaxing. I've been trying to take a nap all week and I have not been successful so far this week. But instead, I really had to get out here in the garage, which is where we are now. Because last weekend when we did our fencing project, as we wrapped up, we put a lot of the yard tools away, and the old fencing and the T-posts and all that kinds of stuff got put away where it needed to go. All of my tools that go in the garage got thrown in a wheelbarrow and brought here in the garage, and I really needed to get them put away. So that is where I have been for the last little while, sorting all that stuff out and getting things put away where they need to go, or where they should go, and cleaning up some extra stuff. There was leaves all over the floor because every time we open the garage door, for some reason, the floor of my garage fills with leaves. So I got all that swept up as well, and even cleaned up some extra stuff. I'm a real firm believer that your garage and your supplies and your tools, all that stuff needs to be organized. You really need to keep that stuff clean, because if you don't, it creates waste. I don't know how many times I've needed something. I've needed a bolt, I've needed a bracket or a piece of something, and I know I have it. I have some somewhere, but I can't find it because I'm unorganized or things are messy, and so I got to go to the store and buy something that I know I already have some somewhere. I just can't find it. So that's one of my big driving factors. I know we've mentioned a few times about Todd and his garage, and it's got to be clean, and that's part of the reasoning behind it all is I don't like wasting money when I don't have to. And the other thing is that when I have a project that needs to be done and I come out here in my garage to do work and it's still messy from the last project that I worked on, it's really demotivating to say, okay, let's tackle this next project now when you still haven't cleaned up the mess from the last one. And part of that, I've had some pieces of wood sitting here on my workbench for quite a while now. Those pieces of wood, what they are, they're shims for my beehives. Not that I have bees right now, I haven't caught any yet. They're little like 3/4 inch pieces of shim that you can put in your beehive to create a little bit of space between a couple boxes. A lot of people use them for feeding, things like that. It just gives you an extra little gap. And I bought them like 2 months ago and I never put them together. I just brought them out here, I set them on my workbench, and that's where they've been. So after my cleaning project, it was really easy. Pull out the air compressor, pull out my air nailer, bottle of glue, got some clamps, and assembled these things, and they are now done. The glue needs to dry and stuff like that, but it's just one of those little extra projects that's always on the list that you never can seem to get to, and figure why not bang it out. So what's the rest of the evening hold? I don't really know. It's still really, really, really wet outside. It's almost swampy. Our pump is still running out back, trying to empty our pond out back. And it's kind of chilly. It's like 47 degrees, 46 degrees, something like that outside. So I think it's about dinner time. It's actually, I don't know what time it is. It's past dinner time. And I know this because I'm hungry. So I'm going to make myself some food and head in the house and relax for a little while. Good morning. We're not at our kitchen table this morning.
No, we're going to a better kitchen table.
There's a little diner. What's it called now? I don't even know what it's called.
We just call it Farmers.
Yeah, in the next town over. And we're going to head over there for breakfast this morning. What are you going to have for breakfast?
I don't know.
French toast?
That's my favorite, but trying to stay away from carbs, but it's hard when you go out to breakfast.
So the other reason that we're heading that direction today is there's a tractor dealer in that town. And I know we've talked quite a few times in the past about our tractor and how we like it, but we've also talked before about how it doesn't really fit all of our needs. So yeah, we're going to stop and look. We have a couple different ones that we have that, well, I guess we is not the term. You haven't done any research.
Yeah.
I've been doing some research, and there's a couple different things I want to see, and I want to see them like with my own eyes, like in real life instead of just on YouTube and just in pictures.
And you saw that they were having some like spring specials, so see if they honor those spring specials and that kind of stuff.
Right, but it's a really small dealership, so I don't know how it's gonna, I don't know. I'm not too optimistic.
Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised then.
Yeah, we'll see. So Rachel was just saying that this is apparently where tractors come to die.
Yeah, it's like a graveyard.
The people here were friendly, nice.
Oh no, I don't. Maybe tractor dealers are just old and crotchety. I don't know.
Yeah, here's an older gentleman, and I think he knows his job very well. And one of his jobs is not being personable.
Yeah.
Would you ask him a question?
He probably was like, "Who are these kids in here trying to buy a tractor?"
Yeah. But I guess from a technical perspective, he was helpful. But they do have a lot. In addition to all the graveyard, they do have a lot of new equipment here. They're a Kubota dealer, a Case dealer, and they deal with a lot of used equipment as well. So we got some quotes from them, and we're gonna head off to the farmer's market.
Yep.
Think about things, and
we might end up with a tractor. Oh, looky! Show him the peacock. Hey, girl or boy. Hey guys.
Up at Calders Dairy.
Yep. Gonna grab some milk probably. But Abigail let me know that the guy that runs the farm here has a whole bunch of pallets. So for free. So
cool.
We're gonna try to see if he's here today and we can get some of those pallets.
Yep, and we're done at the tractor place. We looked at some tractors. We went to the farmers market in Carlton, Michigan. Very small.
Yeah, it wasn't
Still
much.
early in the season. Made a decision on our tractor, went back and bought our tractor, and it will be delivered on Wednesday. So we're not going to tell you what we got. You'll have to watch for our next video, and we'll tell you what kind of tractor we got.
Yep. Anyone want a 4-8N? Going up for sale.
Yep.
You guys, I have some really sad news. My peas were basically an epic failure. And being that it was one of my most important crops, I want to just take myself to my room and give myself a good spanking. Oh my gosh. So I thought I'd have a great idea of trenching, lawnmowers, trenching this side row and planting them in here. And I amended the soil when I did that, but it gets so wet. I had a few pop up right here, which I'll show you. Almost nothing until that next tree stake that's sticking up. So I don't know if it's too late that I should not reseed now and just wait till the fall. I don't know, let me know what you think, but let me show you what happened. I'm so mad at myself. Little pea, but they're getting drowned. So I have those 6 coming up. Nothing. You can see the standing water. Nothing. All the way till down here. So hold on, let me go show you. That's just water. Nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. And then we hit peas again. So peas. So I've been working to clean this up. I don't know what to do. I know I have peas the rest of the way, but that's just, it's not gonna be enough. And it keeps getting to be like a leaf trap for the leaves to blow in, and I always have to come out here and clean it out so that they get enough sun. Oh, I'm just so sad. Let me know what you think though. Should I go ahead and sow back, fill it in with a little compost so it doesn't act like a trench anymore? I don't know.
We're putting up a trellis for peas.
Yeah, peas.
Yeah, for the peas to grow on. Some T-posts and an old cattle panel that we had left over from our green bean trellis from last year. Be good?
Yep.
And then this one we need to go all the way, so we'll use that long one. And then another half.
Another piece, yeah. Woo! So guys, I had exactly enough saved seeds to do this entire row.
What is it? Green beans?
Green beans. I'm thinking that means 100% success because I totally did not plan that. When I saved seeds last year, I didn't know I was planting them here. Obviously, it's a sign.
Cover your ears.
Okay, I can't wait to see it in about 2 months when they're all filled up and big. Green beans, potatoes, peas. There's beets at the end of the pea row and yellow squash down there. You guys, I'm so excited. Was it just last weekend I started the tomato seeds?
I think so.
Look! I'm gonna be so careful just so I can show you. Wouldn't do this for anyone else but you guys. Oh no, one stuck to the side. Whoops. Look. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Go, tomatoes, go. Yep, there's one in there. Hey! Thanks. Is this our last pack of chicken sausage?
Nope, we have one left.
They're really good.
Good morning, welcome to Sunday.
It is Sunday and it's glorious day today. Was 65-ish? Not a cloud in the sky. He's dealing with a very stressed wife this morning.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
So have you ever seen that funny video where it's like a joke, a spoof on moms, like, everybody get out of the way, company's coming over. Imagine that times like a bazillion with respect to hosting such a big event on your property. Because I'm that mom naturally. Like, even my family knows they don't really just show up without letting me know, because I go into clean the house, freak out mode. And it's just the way I was raised. I know it's totally unnecessary and your home should be your home and whatever. But my mom was like, company's coming over, the house gets immaculate. And so...
And when that happens, I usually...
He gets out of the way.
I just get out of the way. You go, you do your thing. You need help with something, you tell me. Otherwise, I'm going to go over here and let you do your thing.
So this morning he was like, you know how you get like this? He said, I'm kind of seeing the trend that it's exponentially getting worse week by week. And I said, oh, I haven't even hit that level yet, because I'm not even going to think about the inside of the house till like the day before everyone shows up. Oh my gosh.
And so I can't go and hide. Because almost everything that we need to do together.
Yeah.
Because they're all big projects, so.
So we had a brief prioritization conversation this morning about what's important. And because it's going to rain all week again. I'm at the point of just laughable tears now. Because I just prayed. I was telling him last night, I just prayed so hard last night. Like, God, I understand the purpose of the rain in springtime, and I appreciate it. And I know you're taking care of us. Can you just send it in smaller increments and allow enough time in between each rain to let it dry out? After June 1st, you can storm away, do whatever you need. Just work with me here. Oh.
Well, it's time for the puppy. Sorry if you can hear that weird sound. It's time to wrestle.
Yeah.
So today we were going to go to a flea market.
Yes.
There's a gigantic flea market 15 minutes north of here. They do it twice a year. We're going to skip. And today we're going to paint the fence.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, as fun as it is, I have literally this weekend and next weekend to get everything done that needs to get done. And that's it.
So I have some breakfast. We're going to run to town, get some paint.
You don't think we have enough left over from last year?
It's going to take about 2 gallons, I think. And whatever type of material we end up using to keep our dog inside of our fence, which was the whole point behind the fence.
Yeah, Mika just follows us everywhere now.
Yeah, we need to settle on how we're going to do that. If I'm going to use little wood slats or...
Thanks for adjusting for me today.
No problem.
I told him, listen, this is what I said. I said, baby, after June 2nd, you can have the rest of the summer to do whatever you want. I will not ask for anything unless I need help with something. And I said, but no, seriously, like no projects, nothing. You can do whatever you want. I just need you right now for just a couple more weeks. You can go fishing every weekend, do whatever you want.
Well, I'll finish the food first.
Okay. All right. Talk to you guys later.
See you in a bit. Well, we are back from our trip to Lowe's, It took us a little bit longer than what we planned because we didn't know what we wanted. Hey Mika, come here. Here's our problem. This guy, Rue, he can't fit. Mika, she can fit through. I don't know which one she can fit through, but she can fit through because Rachel will be out there doing chores and next thing you know, Mika's there visiting. So what we decided to do, hey, come on, get out of there. You won't fit, you're too fat. I'm gonna use this as a spacer, and then we bought some of this. It's not real wood, it's plastic. I call it plud. It's like wood but plastic. And some tiny little screws. We're gonna cut this and we're gonna secure this across with some screws. We'll move our spacer board up and then we'll put another run across up here. That should go pretty quick. I'm gonna pilot drill all the holes, that way this plastic doesn't split and it should never rot. It'll probably live longer than me. Then the dogs will be secure and then we'll cut off the tops of our posts and then we'll get to painting. Well, we got the first one done. This is how it turned out. Where'd you go? See? In order for her to get out, she'd have to figure out a way to fit her upper body through, which is hard for her.
She always uses her arms to get out.
Right. And so once she gets her body through, she's got nothing to pull on. So I think it should work good. It only took like 8 minutes or something to get this one done. So we'll go on to the next one and keep moving. So one thing that makes it super easy is this spacer board. I just screw this in with some temporary screws. Then we can just set our next piece on there. And we know it's exactly the same distance all the way across. Well, our dog barrier addition is now complete. You can see on this side, we put 2 stripes over there, 2 sections along on this side. And the next part is I think we're ready to paint. Yeah, I think we're ready to paint. We cut off all the posts. We're gonna get some little solar caps to put on them eventually, but for now we just want to get it painted, get it secure, get the gate hung. So it's time to paint.
You guys, it's so close to being done. All we gotta do is hang the gate.
That is it, and get some little solar lights.
Oh yeah, for the top.
For the top of the post.
Sorry, our neighbor's running his lawnmower, but we're gonna try to wrap up.
Yes, indeed. It was hard work. It was long. It took us all day.
Yeah. What time is it?
I don't know.
We end up having to go back to Lowe's and get more paint.
Almost 3 gallons of paint it took to paint 80 feet of fence.
Just in case you're wondering. So I ended up getting the front post, like driveway entrance post, the mailbox post, and the storm shelter doors painted too.
They look good.
Yeah.
Everything's looking good.
Good job.
Good job, you. You're the
So-
painter. I clean mine mostly.
I think I'm the messiest painter in the world.
And I don't like painting. I normally do not paint
No.
unless the sprayer's involved.
Yeah, he got paint on his clothes for the first time I've ever seen. I was like, oh, you have paint clothes now.
I went and changed and put on junk clothes.
Yeah, good job.
Anyways, hope you guys had a great weekend. We
Yes.
did. It was busy, but most of ours are.
Pretty soon, June 1st weekend, it's going to be whatever you want busy. Okay?
All right. See you guys soon.
Bye, guys.